This is so like insanely boring. It's like avant-garde. It's crazy.
2. Is that right? Hello? Oh, come on. Hello?
I'm gonna call him. How many times has he done it now? Okay, now just to be clear, he's calling me back. Just to be clear, everyone
has the same class ID, and they use this to trick people into making you think that it's actually Microsoft, but it's not.
Announcement. Why are you disconnecting the call?
I didn't I thought you hung up on me.
Why should I go ahead and hang up on you?
I don't know, you were repeating the numbers, you got about halfway through, everything looked good, and then all of a sudden I just didn't hear you anymore and the phone hung up.
Okay. So I'm just as we got disconnected, so I'm just repeating the number one.
Yeah, why don't we
Listen to me carefully.
double check it, or maybe triple check it, and then if we're good, then we'll just keep going, okay?
Ma'am, I don't have that amount of time to go ahead and cancel that thing.
Okay.
And
I tell you what. Read it. Read it 2 more times for me, and then we'll be good to go.
It's 888 BC860 FC0A 11CF 8F0F 00C0 4FT 7D062.
Well, ma'am, this is the police department.
Yeah, okay, and then just repeat it one last time.
Yeah,
Is Chain CC there?
8 BC A60
I landed in the water, I was dead 100%.
A11 CF 8F 0F 00
I did not take fall damage.
4FD 7D 062. Is that right?
Okay, yeah. 888 BCA
Oh, I live.
60 FC0 A11C F8F 80F 00C 0F FD7B 062.
Now, have you verified me?
Let's do it one more time.
Ma'am, are you joking with me?
No.
Are you so
How the
I
fuck?
think you are joking
I
with me,
live
ma'am.
and also not pick
Because
up gold.
once you have verified me, so why you are telling me again and again to verify that?
Well, I just want to make sure, because I read a news article about how there's like scams.
I should have died of fall damage.
Sure.
Oh,
What
you
is
want to make
happening?
triple sure. Okay, so one last time for you.
Yep.
Yeah, it's 888 DC A60
Okay.
FC 0A 11 CF
Just gotta keep playing it safe.
0F 00 C0 4FT 7D 062.
Ah, it didn't teleport me enough. That's cringe.
Is that right?
No. I'm sorry. I guess you have the wrong number.
Perfectly. You have just wasted my time, ma'am. I don't think you are originally the person whom I am looking for.
It's
See if we can
88
get a sub 3 no gold.
D
Kappa.
is in David, not B is in boy.
Mm-hmm.
I could have surfed that mummy, I
How many
guess.
times do I need to tell
I
you
got
that?
past the first one okay
I'm
though.
continuously repeating myself that there is no B in those numbers. There is
You
no
said
B. There is
B.
only D. Ma'am, it's not B. You are listening B. I'm trying to say you is D as in David, C as in Charlie, A as in Alpha, 6, 0.
Okay,
F as
one
in
more time.
Father.
One more time.
Ma'am, it's 888.
This run is it's
D
really
as in
something.
David, C as in Charlie, A as in Alpha, 6, 0.
We did it.
F as in
That's
Father,
our no gold
C as in
speed
Charlie,
run with a
0,
teleporter.
A as in Alpha,
It is the
1, 1.
fastest I have ever
C as
beaten
in
no
Charlie,
gold.
F as in father.
Nothing bad happened.
8. F as in father. 0.
Did I get 2 crest gems on Olmec? And also
0,
unavoidable crest
0.
gold?
C as in Charlie. 0. 4. F as in father.
Also, the Olmec exit was 100% panic.
B as in
Just panic
No,
teleports
it's
all
not
over the
B.
place.
It's D.
Ma'am, is D as in David. D as in David. D, 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 D.
DDDD.
Okay.
0,
D.
6, 2. No, ma'am. Have you
I know
verified
gold is
myself?
318.
Yes.
Okay. Now you gonna go
Actually,
ahead
let
and
me
answer the thing?
plug that into the calculator and see
you
if it
very much.
actually
Now,
would
do I
have
need to
helped.
explain you anything?
No,
Now, do I
thank
need
you.
to explain
Thank
you
you
So,
for
for
canceling
no
it very much.
gold.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
312.
Yes, ma'am. Definitely, I will be helping you out.
All right, so
No.
everything.
Gives
Thank you
me
for canceling it. I
60,000
really
points.
appreciate that.
It makes no
Thank you.
difference.
Ma'am, it's not cancelled yet.
Like a significant
tree
PB in like
was
a really long
not a
time.
man or woman hanging. They were all dead and or very athletic.
I got my
But
130 all
music
characters
on
run,
MTV
which was my
got
first attempt at the
louder and more
category.
intense. The
And then
TV
I got
volume was only at 17. This
that
was
tutorial
insanely
PB.
loud. Like 19 or 20 on the creepypasta.
I still think I
scale.
lose like
But
half
if
a
the
second
volume
on
was at
blackout glitch.
100, everything in my house would probably die. Well, we're not gonna know unless you try, so keep an open
Well, I
mind.
mean, does anyone
But
besides me
it got
care about
louder every
my
step I
tutorial
took.
time?
I asked my friend what he
I don't think
thought
so.
over this very loud audio, and he said he was feeling sick to his stomach, almost about to vomit on himself. Don't go to the bathroom for it, though. Just sit right there and hang out with the author. So I scooted away from him with wide eyes, not looking away from my television, completely ignoring Paul and his puke mess. Unfortunately, he was gonna have to deal with that himself. But there were rapid flashes of dead
Oh really? What was that?
rotten
Was that a low health?
bodies, though.
It's been a while since I've
couldn't
done a
tell
low
if
health.
they were Americans.
I'd like either a low
Good,
hell, or
because
a
it'd be
max
really
low.
weird if you could. But it looked
I've
like
been doing a few pretty
somewhat
good
urban,
max lows
and
recently.
somewhat far from what I
This
could
one,
tell.
it's not looking
Whatever
like it's
the
gonna
fuck
spawn a
that
worm.
means. Every picture that came up, I hit pause and observed it for quite some time. Also, pictures started showing up in the story. Author left that detail out of the story and forgot to tell us, but my friend couldn't handle the fourth picture and he threw up. All the photos were insanely vivid and clear, despite that vomit thing. Like, the camera was a full HD camera, as opposed to a half or quarter HD camera. Like they did this for a laugh. Murdering kids and women, it was sickening. Paul could be dead, you know. Might want to check on him. I was walking around the island more and found myself teleported to Delfino Plaza. It looked normal. Everything was right for the first minute. I talked to the fellow citizens and they responded with the answers I remembered from the first time I played it with my expert remembering abilities. This is a PlayStation 2 game, right? I was happy though. Until I saw that face. The face on the statue.
Till I
in
saw
the middle of
that
Delfino
face.
Plaza. It looked devastated. Like it got news that everything it's ever known had been killed, or it was cast in a lackluster story again. I approached it and got sucked into it. 'Cause reasons. It made horrifying white noise. It got so terrifying that I tried shutting the game off. Be careful, author, that's something a smart person would do. I don't want you to slip or out of your character. But faces started flashing on the screen. They were worse than they were on the island, except these faces looked familiar. They were pictures of World War II. Obviously, the author wrote this story during World War II. The pictures of Hitler, though, and his army behind him. So, is Flood a neo-Nazi, and that's why he's not in this story? Where are we going with this one? There were pictures of Jesus, too. Because sure, why not? He loved Super Mario Sunshine. Except blood was pouring down his eyes and down his face.
More
and
like
the
Super
last
Hitler
thing, he
Sunshine.
just looked into the camera at you. Because that's pretty scary, right? The person watching this, and me I suppose, there were far more of these pictures. Pictures of old serial killer incidents, like Dahmer and Manson. Some
I know I
pictures
did.
were him sitting in his cell, sulking behind the walls.
So I only have
This
one
isn't a video
rope.
game anymore.
I don't know how to do that
Not
with
named
Olmec.
Arthur. Where's Paul? There were pictures at the Pentagon. Why are we going to the Pentagon? But yes, the Pentagon in all its five-sided wonder. There were pictures of some abominations in some huge tube with scientists in the background holding clipboards. God, not clipboards! I was so fucking scared on that last picture. Through the dots and the clipboards. It was a picture of Paul smiling, though.
Through the
Nothing too
dots
scary
and the
at all.
clipboards we
And
carry
it had
on.
text under him. And it was black. And the picture faded off of him, rotting. And his flesh becoming leaped to the air. Because science. What the fuck am I reading? I looked
That
at
locust
Paul.
was sketch
That's
as
not a
fuck.
good idea. Look away. But I saw nothing but tears came down from his eyes. He went to the bathroom. You know, he'd get along with a lot of characters from Corpse Party. They love bathrooms in that series. But off to the loo to throw up repeatedly.
Fucking hell.
I called my other friend Jason to come
That was
over and
overkill.
look at this, because Paul was busy and I needed a sidekick. But
Thanks for the
it was
host.
on pause.
Flying
with
Rangy.
Paul's rotten face. Skin was hanging off of it, and his eyes looked like they were about to explode. When Jason got there, he freaked out also, which means he'll be a lot of fucking help in this situation. Good thing you called in. In parentheses, though, even though he'd never played the game, he knew Mario never had graphic violence. But why the fuck am I in this? What the fuck is going on, Paul?
Can I do
aka
the two
Bathroom
bombs
Boy
with the
asked
mine thing?
as he went to go lay down, whispering that he couldn't take it anymore. Is he gonna go back to the bathroom then? But I unpaused the game, though clearly a good plan, and the game finished with a graphic picture
I call
of his face falling
shenanigans.
to bits. After it was done, it went to a short cutscene of Mario laying on just a single bed, as opposed to multiple beds, which would have been much better. Everything else was nothing, though. It was just black, like space without stars.
That would have been like a
So black
450.
is what I'm getting at here. Mario got up, looked in the camera, and cried. Oh, I do that too. Whimpering over and over, though, it zoomed into a picture.
518
of Princess
haunted
Peach
max low.
lying in a
So that would have been
bathtub
a
with her
sub
throat
5.
completely unattached from her, and it took him back to the title screen. What the heck? The author said to no one. So I went to the second dead file. Another great idea, and it took him back to the title screen again. Oh, this story is going places. So then, you guys are never gonna guess this shit. He chooses the third save file, which was empty, and it finally.
The nightmare version is just the normal
Thank
version.
God, crisis averted. It was starting normal when they all show up and find a mess on their landing spot. I was now able to play the game without any more weird things going on. It was my not childhood dreams come true. I went to get blood and cleaned up the mess. When I defeated the mini-boss, though, I found a guy lying on the ground there, not moving.
I was really
remember
tempted to just
anything
damage
like
boost
that
through the
happened when I played
bat.
Super Mario Sunshine
What happened there?
4, which I apparently never did because I didn't own the game, but whatever. The game later progresses to the Trail of the Mess.
Alright, Shin, at least tell me that you saw that arrow.
Trial.
Because that was fucking slick.
But should I say fake
Nice
Mario
snail.
instead? And the mess he made? And someday, I wish to speak English. He was found guilty, of course. Who was found guilty? They're not really specifying, so I'm going to assume it's
I think it was Luigi.
But yes, guilty. Of course, him and
But he
Flo
frames
were
Bowser
talking
Jr..
before. Now I was expecting the next scene where the
You have to
cops
read
fucking
the,
Mario
accompanying
got
manga
running
to
off.
understand.
This time, it just started right away, but the area was different this time. Oh no. I remembered this
Bad
game all
frogs.
bright and
Too
happy,
many of
you know,
them.
the game with sunshine and sand being
I had to
bright.
really think about whether or not I wanted to deal with those cobwebs or not.
Darker, and the author means
That
darker,
snail was
impact,
cursed.
which signifies serious shit. The sky was dark.
I almost
clouds
bombed because I
and
forgot that it wasn't
red
ASO.
as well, and the villagers they were by the stands of fruit and such, ... dead, I was starting to think. This game was hacked by a person who finds this as a
I thought the
result.
sentence ended with "I was starting to think,"
Wondering what else
which
has
would have been
happened.
really funny.
I went to the front of the area where the statue.
That looks like a door slipper.
Right there, I found Peach. She was holding something, so I ran towards her for a closer look. She turns around, and she holds the head of Toadsworth.
What the
Son
fuck?
of a bitch, Peach. I don't like him either, but fuck, you don't rip off his head. That's the definition of this is escalating quickly, but what's going on with this head thing? His eyes were closed, probably because of that dead thing. Oh, and blood was dripping from his head and spine hanging down, so that's in check. By that time,
That level looked really bad, like a subroom up,
oh, thank God.
and then the door was right there and it saved me.
With your quick wit and strange feelings, we're gonna get through this. Just us and whoever the hell you are. But Arthur was feeling sick for how real the blood looked. Fake blood would have been okay.
Alright, Temple, time to fuck me.
Then the screen was starting to get a little blurry. Peach was the only thing in the screen who was not being blurred. Words
I have
and
one
her
heart.
eyes were starting to go.
Hashtag epic sauce.
The sound of the music was starting to sound off. 10-4, like notes are missing their cues and just start playing with matching the beat. I was watching Peach. Then she dropped the head of
Whoa.
Toadsworth, and the camera was starting to quickly move towards her face, which makes sense. In tight corridors, the camera's game. The camera wasn't good.
Okay, Ron's dead.
But her mouth was wide open,
Oof.
more wide than any human being should have. Luckily, though, she is fictional. I was in complete
No,
shock.
don't
My
glitch
head
out.
started to hurt with the music blur when the camera was starting to run towards her. I couldn't breathe for some reason, and with complete fear, I rushed towards my Wii and shut the game off completely, and my TV as well. I think I also brushed my teeth and did some other mundane things. Also, my heart was pounding fast and hard. Kind of the same thing, but okay. For some reason, even though it was just a game, it felt like my spirit was being lifted out of me. Goosebumps, trademarked, were all over my body. As I got up and started to walk to the kitchen and grab something to drink to calm myself, with no commas whatsoever, I kept thinking to myself, what the hell was that?
I didn't trust
Never
any of that
stopped
exit.
thinking that to this day. Don't have many friends, you see. No one wants to be around the
I
weird
wish
story kid. When
I still
finally
had Adobe, because I would upload those 3 as like one video. I don't know if you can do that with Avidmux. Avidmux, however you pronounce it. It's spelled kind of weird.
Priorities. Maybe I could find
A staple a day gets you into the Wii U department.
You could also sell it. You don't have to keep playing the fucking game again. When I got to the title screen, I went to go for the third file, but this time it had the same name as the others. Dead. And this time is when I flipped. Not the other two, but this time, Josh Wiz, you should have seen my fury. After